Welcome to Language Acquisition Blog News. I'm Keith, and this is Kanji Keith's YouTube channel. Let's take a look at some of the blog posts from around the world on language learning. At thelinguist.blogs.com, Steve Kaufman posted a YouTube video to his blog. He talks about when speaking should begin in a language you are studying and contrasts his view with Benny, the Irish polyglot. Next, we go to SpanishOnly.com, where Ramses tells us to stop learning Spanish, acquire it. He advises language learners to absorb languages, and Ramses mentions how students at ALG do not study, rather, they let the language grow inside. At Fluent in 3 Months, Benny the Irish Polyglot has a post on learning the Irish language. At Science Daily, there was an article entitled First Direct Evidence of Neuroplastic Changes Following Brainwave Training. The first line of the article reads, "Significant changes in brain plasticity have been observed following alpha brainwave training." And then it happened. Benny the Irish Polyglot and Steve the Linguist squared off. Posted in 2 parts. This 40-minute conversation could have continued on and on. Let's listen to an extract of this bout. Of course, only the exciting parts.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hi, Benny.
I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Yeah, I don't find that. That's not been my experience. Okay,
Uh,
but
the
there you
store-
are making assumptions. And I don't agree with that because a lot of that content is just simply too boring. Now,
True, but
as a learner,
I still have to disagree that
Yeah.
that's actually the core of what you need. It's not just about distinguishing the other words. When you're speaking a language, it's not just your store of vocabulary. Confidence
Yeah,
to
but
make the mistakes.
Hold it. I have the choice. I don't find that a pleasurable experience. It's not because I'm timid. I'm not timid at all. If I run into a Russian on the street, I hit him with my...
In literature and watching
No, but
movies,
it doesn't matter. You don't have to listen to literature. People have that sense of communicating. They're learning about other people and how they live in Brazil or Japan.
it's a sense of communicating, but it's not actually normal communication in terms
it is.
of
I completely
person to person.
disagree with you. I completely disagree
No,
with you.
it's like, well, I'd actually disagree with that. It's helping me.
Is that really so, though? I don't think it's. I wouldn't agree that what you call the input method is somehow less human or less communication. I fundamentally disagree with you there. I fundamentally disagree. That's simply not true in my case.
And I tell people this is just not true.
I simply don't agree.
And there you have it. 1 minute and 20 seconds of disagreement. The rest of the conversation was quite agreeable. You can go to Steve's blog, The Linguist on Language, to hear the entire conversation. Oh, and one more excerpt from that conversation. There was a reply to the statement by Steve where he said,
So I don't believe in the extreme silent period people. Apparently there's a guy in Thailand that forbids his students from speaking. I mean, that's just not practical. If you're in that country, you're going to want to speak.
well, that guy in Thailand was listening. And here's his reply on the blog, the AUA Thai blog. Next, the Word Collector posted a short article on how learning a language is like moving to a new city. Then, Doviende at Language Fixation tells us about the once-over method and workbooks. Then it's back to Steve's blog where he continues to post conversations on language learning, this time with Megan in English and Akiko in Japanese. Steve Kaufman is fluent in Japanese. And finally, back to Language Fixation, where Doviende asks, how much input do you need? A post inspired by Auntie Moon. That's all for the last edition of Language Acquisition Blog News. Thank you for watching Kanji Keith's YouTube channel. It was a pleasure serving you all. And keep up the language learning.
Bye.